Hey guys, AntsCanada here. Welcome to the AntsCanada Ant Channel. I'm here in Sabah, also known as Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia, Borneo, and it is fantastic. It's so humid here, and it's got some great habitat, and that means a lot of cool ants. Alright, look what I found here. Actually, our tour guide, Alex, found it. Weaver ants. I guess it's the same species or like variety that exists in Philippines. But look at that nest, wow. There's another one here. See them? Now these guys are more red, just like in the Philippines. There's some other ones here. This is all one colony, by the way. The ones you find in Australia, same species, Ecophylla smaragdina, are more green. But they're all very aggressive. I would never dare to touch. I actually have a video of the Ecophylla smaragdina colony that I kept in the Philippines, so be sure to check out that video if you haven't yet. There's the entrance, see? See the silk? These ants use child labor to build their homes. They use the larvae to spin silk and like glue these leaves together, and their legs are so strong. The legs are strong enough to hold leaves together. It's really amazing to see them in action. Look at them. Ah, I think one's biting me. Ah. Very cool. I see the abdomen. The abdomens on this one of the weaver ants here in Malaysia, they're more... What color is that? It's like a brownish red, whereas in the Philippines they're really red. See that? Like it's more like a washed out green red abdomen. Now the advantage that weaver ants have is these leaves are alive for the most part, and so during transpiration, you know, the leaves kind of give off humidity, and so they have an internal humidifying system. It's really great. I suppose weaver ants and the trees they inhabit have a mutualistic relationship, a symbiosis going on, because the ants defend the plant from like other animals that would eat the plant. And then the plants provide the ants homes. I suppose the drawback is these leaves will die eventually, and then they will move to glue more leaves together as the colony expands. I wonder which of these contains the queen. Wonder how close we can get. There's the entrance, see? There. They are so busy. See them? They move up and down this tree in columns. It's great. Okay, so I know these aren't ants, but they're very closely related. They're still hymenopterans. They look like some kind of bee species.
Yeah, it's same family with the bees. They produce honey.
Wow, and I see they're like swarming, and I think they're mating. Like, see, there's a pair right there that's mating. Interesting. If only they were ants, we could get them in action. And here is a scorpion. Is this dangerous?
Yeah, the younger the dangerous.
Oh.
Most of them, most of
They're dangerous apparently.
scorpions, the younger they are,
The more dangerous.
the dangerous the venom.
Alright. Well, I'm not planning on touching this fellow. They always told me you look at the claws. If the claws are big, they're usually less venomous. But if they're slender like that, you want to be careful. Okay, so these ants I've never seen before. At first glance, I thought they were maybe Nylandaria, but then if you look closely, they're like a myrmicine ant. They have like an extra waist segment. They're kind of long. They're cool, and they're pretty active along this trail. Like the trail goes way across this pipeline, and then all the way down this kind of like sewer area. It's quite the active highway. Cool. Not too sure what species they are, but I'm gonna have my ant experts check them out and try to ID them for me. It looks like some of them are also carrying larvae. That's great. I wonder if the queen is here. Okay, see this here? This is a diacama colony. Look, it's carrying a pupa. And they're coming out of this hole. They're going in and out of here. And I know these guys sting, so I'm not going to even try to touch them. But look, see this worker here? She is carrying... Where did she go? There she is. She's carrying a pupa. It's brown. I wonder if they're transporting their nest. Now, if you've watched some of our videos on diacama before, you'll see that these ants actually can elect a queen. They're sort of different. They kind of choose amongst them which is the gamergate, or the reproductive member, and then the others kind of just assume the worker ant a position. I'm going to try to see what happens if I cause some commotion at the entrance here. Let's see, here comes a worker. Oh, it's trying to... Nothing, it's ignoring this piece of... Oh, there.
Yeah. I help you one of these.
Now we're agitating them.
Just ask them to come out to say hi. Okay.
Oh boy, here they come. Okay. Wow. Sorry guys. Didn't mean to disturb you. Let's pull this out.
More of them coming up, right?
That's great.
There is one of them over large.
See? Oh, there. They're carrying pupa. Like
yeah.
cocoons. I bet they were trying to transport to another location. Wow, check out this ant, guys. I believe that is Camponotus planatus. Quite large. And if you look carefully, they kind of have their gaster under their body. It's kind of situated underneath their body. I would say these workers are about maybe 1.5 centimeters, or just a bit over 1 centimeter. Quite large ants. This here is a Nepenthes, aka pitcher plant, and it's one of the many dangers in the natural habitat where the ants here live. There's an aroma that comes out of these pitcher plants, and then the ants kind of are attracted to it, and then they slide. They walk into it, but they can't come out of it. And this lip here is full of like microscopic hairs that point inwards that prohibit the ants from crawling out, and then they just die at the bottom where they're digested by stomach acids, by acids that break down the ant, and then it feeds the plants. It's a carnivorous plant, and they acquire their nitrogen that way. Okay, I found this kind of interesting. We turned over a log and we found ants and termites living together, like in sharing the log. So you can see ants there, but then if you dig a little deeper, You'll see termites. There are termites there, see? Wait, let's see if we can find them. Sorry guys, I'm destroying your habitat here. There's a forest cockroach, different from the ones that invade houses. But yeah, I found that cool. That, you know, ants, there's a termite. See it? It just disappeared into the wood there. There we go. It's funny that ants and termites, which are notoriously known as enemies, I guess, can actually live together. Okay, these ants are busy transporting a piece of Cheeto. I don't know what species of ant this is. I've seen them before in the Philippines. They're kind of reddish. I would say about, in body length, just a bit over 5 millimeters in length. I believe their name is like Anoplura or something. Something like that. I think it starts with an A. I could be wrong. But here they're trying to collectively carry this Cheeto, I guess, to the nest. I guess these ants don't mind collecting junk food. Anything for them nutrients. It's amazing. They're doing a pretty good job. Some ants are just kind of hitching for a ride. That's great. Go, go, go! I'm sure the people at this zoo find me weird that I'm on my hands and knees filming a moving Cheeto. But I don't care. It's what ant love does. Now here's a cool plant. This plant looks blue, but it's actually iridescent blue. So if you were to cover it from the sunlight, you'll see that its actual color is green. Pretty neat! Here are some more ants that kind of look like Camponotus planatus, but they're smaller. See, I'm just calling ants with this abdomen underneath them as Camponotus planatus, but I actually don't know. It's funny because the ants that I grew up with and was familiar with in North America are just so different from the ants on this side of the world here in Asia. So when I attempt to identify the ants, I try to keep in mind that there are just so many kinds that it's really hard to be certain with IDing them. I'm just kind of hanging out here. What are they doing? I suppose they're tending something, like some kind of... Oh, they might be tending plant aphids or some kind of insect, or harvesting some kind of plant exudate. Not sure. Still cool though. Seems like something's happening here. I've spotted more ants here. These guys look like Trichomyrmex destructor. See them? They're running up and down this outhouse in the middle of the woods. It seems like their nest is somewhere up here. They're running up and down this shaft here. I'm guessing their nest is somewhere in here in the wood. Trichomyrmex destructor, formerly known as Monomorium destructor. are a very invasive ant. Again, you'll find them in a lot of tropical and subtropical countries. And they form massive colonies. And from what I understand, they cause a lot of destruction, hence their species name. I thought it was like a piece of leaf or something, but it's actually an ant. It's such a weird looking ant. It's so long. Is this like pseudo-myrmex or something? I don't know. It's an interesting ant. It's so fast too. And it's crawling on my beer. It's taking a drink of water. Look at it, it's drinking that water. If it goes to the top, it's gonna get drunk. This is the habitat that it lives in. Wait. Take a look, it's like beach area. There's like a tree here. Not sure what species. But if I remember correctly, this species of ant lives in wood. Very cool. And I think they sting too, which is scary because it was just on my arm. Go ahead, drink, drink, drink. Look at these crazy ants. Crazy, no? Polyrhachis longicornis. What's going on here? Oh wow, they've killed a small spider. They've seized it. Now they're carrying it back to the nest. Now there are just tons here, look. They're just all over here. What's going on here? This looks like either a dead worker that they're carrying to the graveyard, or it's an ant that belongs to another colony. So they're killing it. See, ants are carrying stuff back and forth here. Whoa! There's lots here. Look, see? And they've caught other insects. What is that? Oh wow, that's a queen alate. What species is that? Oh, that's Tetraponera, I think. Is that a queen? Wait, it's hard to see. No, that's not Tetraponera. That is Diacama. They're carrying a Diacama worker. I guess that they've killed. Wait, is that Diacama? It's hard to see. No, I changed my mind. That's Tetraponera denticulata, perhaps. Look at all these random insects they're bringing back. Oh, wait, that's not an insect. That right there is a larva. Cool. I guess they're transporting the colony. There's a piece of rice. Oh. More crazy ants here. On this dock. I guess this is a highway for them. Very cool. Now these crazy ants, Polyrhachis longicornis, are located in almost every tropical country. They've really invaded the world. And no one really knows where they started. But according to my myrmicologist friend, Dr. James Traeger, they're believed to have originated likely from India. See, there they are. They're really fast. I would love to have a colony of these. Sometimes they'll move into my home and then move out after a couple of days in the Philippines. They're so common. Ew, look at those. Millipedes. Oh, and there's some other species here too. Really, really tiny. I have no idea what species that is. It's so small. Like literally super, super tiny. And it's not Tapenoma melanocephalum. It's some other species. Like those aren't ghost ants. These are really tiny. I would say they're about 1 millimeter in length. And see, that's a Polyrhachis longicornis. And then these guys are even smaller. Uh-oh.
Okay.
This one. Oh my goodness. Someone's excited. Sexy.